YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air forever. We gonna talk about them Celtics, man. They ended up beating them Charlotte Hornets, as you guys know. I'm not gonna be doing as many videos, and I missed a couple videos yesterday. I'm gonna be missing a couple more videos for Monday and Tuesday because I'm on vacation. So since I'm on vacation, I'm not gonna be putting out a lot of videos like I usually do with the instant analysis. So you might get one here or there, but you might also get none. So I just wanted to give y'all a heads up to the hardcore fans that want to watch basically every single one of them. And this will be the only one today, which is the Celtics beating the Hornets 114-99. Charlotte goes to 39-36 and 19-19 at home. The Celtics go to 50-24 and 24-13 on the road. Season series tied 1-1. They do play again on the 7th of April, and that's in a couple of days, and that will decide who wins the season series between these two teams. This was a good win for the Celtics because they've got win number 50 this year, and that's an important thing to do. People thought we was going to be a team that's barely in the playoffs or out of the playoffs because of the roster that we had on paper, and now we're a 50-win team again, and we're looking real good lately. And this was another good game against a quality opponent. The Celtics they ended up winning the first quarter 27-21. The second quarter they won at 36-28. It was 26-26 in the third, and then 25-24 in the fourth. Jason Tatum played 31 minutes. He ended up getting 32 points. He went 12 of 23 from the field, 5 of 10 from three, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He scored really, really good in this one. He attacked the basket. He was able to hit the threes. He was able to score off the dribble real well. He was able to find his teammates throughout the entire game. And either he was scoring or passing and not really making too many mistakes to the point where he had no turnovers. He also had 5 rebounds and a block, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 15 and plus minus. Sam Hauser played 34 minutes. He had 7 points. He went 2 of 4 from 3. That's where he usually going to shoot his shots at. He took all of his attempts from 3 besides one shot, which he ended up getting fouled on, but he only made 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds, no turnovers, and a personal foul, and he was a plus 13. And plus minus, Keita played 29 minutes. He had 17 points. He went 8 of 13 from the field. He did try a 3 in this game, but of course he missed it. And then he also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. But other than that, good strength, good finishing, good smart execution on his end, finding ways to get open, finding ways to get good position, and then being able to score when he gets the ball. He did have 8 boards. That was the most on the team, so he did his part there too. He also had 1 assist, 1 steal in the block, 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a plus 13. And plus minus, Peyton Pritchard, 37 minutes. That was the most on the team. He also had 28 points. They needed somebody to bring a little firepower since Jaylen Brown wasn't in the game. And Peyton Pritchard has been that guy the last couple games, and he did it again in this one. 10 of 18 from the field is super efficient. He went 2 of 6 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He just knows how to create space and create room for himself or playing within the flow of the system as an all-ball scorer, and he's a knockdown shooter a lot of the times. He also had 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He found his teammates for good looks and easy opportunities throughout the game by keeping his head up and just using his handle to get where he wants on the court and finding guys after that way too. He also had 2 turnovers and a steal, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and he was a plus 12 and plus minus. Jordan Walsh played 34 minutes. He had a shot near the basket, and he also made a free throw since it was an and one opportunity. Other than that, he went 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Didn't shoot the ball that great. And this one, he still did other things like get 7 rebounds and 2 assists. He also got 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 14 and plus minus. Amari Williams played 2 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, no personal fouls, and was a minus 1 and plus minus. Luka Garza played 13 minutes. He had 2 points. He made his only shot. He did get 1 rebound, 2 assists, and no turnovers. 2 personal was a plus 8 and plus minus. Charles Bassey played 1 minute. He got 1 point because he went 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He attacked and got fouled. He also had one rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a -1 and plus minus. Ron Harper Jr. He played 14 minutes. He ended up getting 7 points and went 3 of 3 from the field. He made his only three, and he's out there to do that. It was good that he was able to make some other shots too, though. He also had 3 rebounds, which was tied for the most off the bench. He ended up getting an assist, no turnovers, and still in the block. The block was tied for the most on the team, and then he had 2 personal fouls and was a +10 and plus minus. So he did a lot within the minutes that he played, and you have to be happy with the result of that. If especially if you're a Celtics fan. And then John played 1 minute. He got a steal, no personal fouls, and was a -1 and plus minus. Baylor Shireman, 28 minutes for him. That ended up being the most off the bench. He ended up having 14 points. That was the most off the bench. But he went 4 of 11 from the field and 3 of 7 from 3 and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. So he had a cool little night off the bench too. And it was good for him to be able to deliver and play at a high level for us. Max played 2 minutes. He didn't score or do anything but missed his only field goal. He had one personal foul and was a -1 and plus minus. Hugo Gonzalez played 13 minutes. He ended up scoring a three. That was the only shot that he made. The other one was a 2-pointer. He missed that one, so he finished 1 of 2 from the field. He did still help with the 3 rebounds and the steal, some competitive defense, one offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and was a -12 and plus minus. And then you look at the Charlotte Hornets. They came to play. They just couldn't slow down the Celtics and stop them enough, especially early on in the game. And that lead was able to get held up by the Celtics. They got up early and they was able to keep playing at a high level. Then they was able to close out the Hornets after it was needed, which was when the buzzer rang. We was up by double figures and we was able to basically keep it the entire game. Miles Bridges, 29 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field. He missed his only three. He went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. He had 3 personal fouls and was a -25 and plus minus. Good scoring. I just liked the way he attacked. I liked the way he played. I liked his aggressiveness. He did a good job of switching it up and not just relying on the perimeter. And he's good at that sometimes. Musa, he wants to be in the paint. He was able to go 2 of 2 from the field for 4 points. He was able to go 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a -17 and plus minus. Brandon Miller, they held him to 13, so that's as good as it's going to be sometimes. 32 minutes, 13 points. He was 5 of 13 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3. Not the numbers you want to see. You want to see him a little worse, but they also not the most efficient. So you held him to 13. You're happy with that if you're a Celtics fan, especially, like I said, no Jaylen Brown, no Derrick White. So two of our better perimeter defenders was out, and we still was able to do a good job defensively on Brandon Miller. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a -15 and plus minus. LaMelo Ball was happy. He was trying to get some energy to go against the Celtics, especially in the fourth quarter, but they could never really make a run to where it was significant enough to make a chance to win the game. He had 19 points in 26 minutes. He went 7 of 19 from the field, but he went 3 of 12 from 3. They needed a lot more than 3 to go down if they was going to make this game more competitive, and it just never happened for him. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 turnovers in the steal. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and was a -19 and plus minus. Con Knipple, 32 minutes. He had 13 points. He went 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board, no personal fouls, and was a -12 and plus minus. He started off real hot, and then he cooled off a little bit throughout the rest of the game. He's that type of guy because obviously he's a jump shooter. If you don't give him a lot of space or a lot of room, he's not going to be too in a rush to take the shot, especially because he's a team player and he can be unselfish. And you want that because you have a lot of talent around you and a lot of floor spacers and a lot of good shooters around you too, and guys that can attack off the dribble. So it makes sense, that this is what the defense give me. I want to take it, but at the same time, he didn't make the threes that he had going for himself in this one, and that ended up being good for the Celtics. Also, Xavier Tillman, who was a former Celtic, he played 4 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He had 1 turnover, no personal foul, and was a plus two and plus minus that ended up being all he did. Ryan ended up playing 13 minutes for the Hornets. He ended up making a shot near the rim. He got 2 assists, 2 rebounds, no turnovers, and a block. He also had one personal foul and was a plus two and plus minus. Pat Connaughton played 4 minutes. He got 1 rebound and no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a plus two and plus minus. Kobe White came in and gave them instant offense again. He got double figures, which was 11. That was tied for the most off the bench. He went 4 of 11, though, from the field, meaning that he took the most shots off the bench. He also went 1 of 5 from three. They needed a couple of those to go down. Didn't happen, though. He went 2 of 2 also from the free throw line. He got 4 boards, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a plus 13 and plus minus. Josh Green, 18 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He had 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal. He had 1 personal foul and was a zero and plus and minus. And then Trey Mann, 4 minutes. He ended up getting 2 points. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He finished 1 of 2 from the field because he made a 2 pointer. And then he had no turnovers, no personal fouls, and was a plus two and plus minus. Then Zion James played the most minutes off the bench, which was 22. He finished with 11 points and went 4 of 8 from the field and 3 of 6 from three. So he provided some spacing, some good ball movement, some good push in the game for them too. And that's all you can really ask a person to come off the bench as an offensive helper. And he did that real well for them off the bench tonight. He had 2 rebounds and 4 assists with no turnovers. That was also great. And then he had 3 personal fouls and was a minus two and plus minus. And then Liam McNeely played 11 minutes. He still gave you double figures because he went and got you 10 points. He went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He made his only three. He went 2 of 3 from the field. He had 6 boards. That was the most off the bench. He had no turnovers, 1 personal foul, 2 offensive rebound, and a minus 6 and plus minus. And then both teams had shot 83 field goals, 43% from the field for the Hornets, 51% for the Celtics, and then 28% from three for the Hornets. They took 43. The Celtics took 34, and they shot 41%. And if you let a team shoot better than you from the field and from three, you're gonna have a hard time winning that game. And then they also took less free throws. The Celtics took 22, the Hornets took 19, and the free throw percentage the Hornets shot was 79%. The Celtics shot 73%. 37 rebounds for the Hornets, 39 for the Celtics. 19 assists for the Hornets, 23 for the Celtics. 11 turnovers for the Hornets, 5 for the Celtics. 2 steals for the Hornets, 6 for the Celtics. 1 block for the Hornets, 3 for the Celtics. 10 offensive rebounds for the Hornets, 8 for the Celtics. 27 defensive rebounds for the Hornets, 31 for the Celtics. And then 17 personal fouls for the Hornets, 18 for the Celtics. A clash between two young teams that's trying to show what they still can do and show what they can be when they're fully healthy and trying to play at their hardest and highest level of play. Tonight, it was the Celtics' night. They was able to shoot better. They was able to score better. They was able to make the tough ones. They was able to make things pop off for them throughout the entire game, and that just helped them be able to win. And the Hornets can go off. They can get hot. They can go on the run. They can cause chaos, and it just never happened against the Celtics. They knew how to play against them. They knew what they wanted to do. They tried to take as much as they could away from them. They tried to make them work as much as they can for shots and shot selection, and it ended up working because they didn't score 100 points in this game, showing that the Celtics had a lot of success on both ends of the court against them. Good game plan by Joe Mazzulla, good execution by Joe Mazzulla and the players, and another good win for the Celtics. I'm happy, I'm proud of them, and they got it done. So we'll see how they end the season. We'll see what seeding they will have before the playoffs start, and get some rest and get ready for a possible championship run. And that's something that we expected eventually when we got Tatum back. We didn't know when he was going to come back. We didn't know how he was going to look. But if you can get 32 and do it efficiently and still keep your teammates involved and still benefit them by being a guy moving and cutting and passing and playing good defense, then you fit. You already have been a really good addition to the team, and you have been a guy that recognized what you needed to do and what you should do, and you haven't been playing bad. You're playing good basketball, so I'm happy about that, and this was a good game for him to show that I can still do more. I can still play like I used to play. I just got to knock off that rust and get my head in the game and just lock in every possession and throughout the entire game and I can help lead this team possibly to another championship. And that's what it's about. And that's how we feel the same way about him. We didn't want to get rid of him. We didn't want to trade him or Brown. We just wanted to see them play again and build it back up and figure out how to win together again. And they did that from game 1 to now. So let's see what happens with the rest of the team and what happens with the playoffs. And we'll see what the Hornets do in the play-in or the playoffs. They're a good team. They're fun to watch. They're very exciting, and they do put on shows. And they have been winning a lot more lately. It was good to beat them, but at the same time, we know they might be a threat in the future if they can stay healthy. So we expect them to be a team that we have to watch out for and look out for and respect. And they did that tonight, and we was able to beat them as some of their best basketball that they've been playing lately. We was able to beat them, so that's a good thing for us. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.